Here's a quick story just about another one of these self-inflicted embarrassments for the current administration. Yesterday, you actually had two press events, both of which I covered live. In the morning, you had Donald Trump's press secretary, Kayleigh McEnany, do a standard press briefing where she comes out, speaks for like 90 seconds, 75 seconds are usually her lies. The other 15 are just saying hello. And then in the afternoon, Donald Trump did his own press briefing. And what was very interesting was that in the morning, the topic of testing came up and the topic of Trump not wearing a mask came up. And weirdly, when Kayleigh McEnany was trying to defend Trump not wearing a mask in many situations, she said, listen, Trump's tested multiple times a day for coronavirus, which is weird. And I'll play that part of this for you first.
Done it, Kayleigh. He hasn't worn a mask, and so it's sending, is it not mixed signals?
The president wore a mask in May. The president wore a mask at Walter Reed out of an abundance of caution. But as I've made clear from this podium, the president is the most tested man in America. He's tested more than anyone, multiple times a day. And we believe that he's acting appropriately.
The president is tested for coronavirus multiple times per day. That's definitely odd, but okay. So then hours later, you knew it was going to happen. Donald Trump was asked earlier, your press secretary said you're tested multiple times per day for coronavirus. Can you talk about how frequently that's happening? And Trump says he looks clearly confused and he says, I can't even think of one time where I was tested more than once in a day. Usually I'm tested once every 2 or 3 days. What? Yeah, take a look.
Mr. President, first, I just wanted to get a clarification. Your press secretary said today that you sometimes take more than one test a day. Well, why is that? And how often?
Well, I didn't know about more than one. I do take probably on average a test every 2 days, 3 days. And I don't know of any time I've taken 2 tests in one day, but I could see that happening.
So this is once again not an issue of interpretation. This is just a very concrete, practical matter. Kayleigh McEnany defends Trump's lack of mask wearing by saying he's getting tested multiple times per day. Now, if that were true, that would raise questions of why are most people waiting 5 to 7 days for results and Trump's getting multiple tests with almost immediate results. Although I get it, he's the president. But the point is, we still have a testing problem in this country. If you don't get your results back for 5 to 7 days, as many people don't, you can spread the disease to multiple people while you're waiting for your test results. And Trump is barely wearing a mask and getting multiple tests per day. But then Trump just straight up says, I don't know anything about multiple tests in a day. I'm tested once every 2 to 3 days. So if there's a briefing today, I'm sure Kayleigh McEnany will be asked about it. I'm sure she'll have some prepared explanation that may already have happened by the time you see this, or maybe there will be no press briefing at all today. But as usual, caught lying again. And the theme is they go too far when there's I don't want to say this is a normal question. Everybody's told to wear masks. Why isn't Trump wearing one? When they see a hostile question, an accusatory question, as far as they are concerned, they go overboard in trying to defend. And that's how you get this. Why isn't Trump wearing a mask? Oh, he's tested all the time. He's tested multiple times a day. And there's other examples of this. When Trump says something racially off color and then he's called on it, he'll say things like, I am the least racist person ever. It's like, well, hold on a sec. That's a weird thing to say. Maybe just say you're not racist, but the least racist person ever, saying I'm not racist, it wouldn't be any more believable, quite frankly, but it would at least be more plausible. Or when asked about testing, Trump says, we have the best and the most testing. Well, no, the best, not really. The most, no, not per capita. The fastest results, certainly not. When asked about deaths, Trump says we have the lowest mortality rate. Well, no, we don't. Of course, none of these things are true. And it is another one of these little self-inflicted cuts that comes from trying to be hyperbolic and go against anything perceived. I mean, they're so triggerable. They're so thin-skinned that what would qualify as just a basic, obvious journalistic question in any other country with a free press. Here, these are seen as attacks, and they actually generate obvious and provable lies. One of our sponsors today is Hydrant, and they are giving my audience 25% off your first order. This has been a game changer for me. This is a refreshing electrolyte powder that you mix directly into your water. to rehydrate your body because it is packed with the 4 essential electrolytes that your body needs the most. That's sodium, potassium, magnesium, and zinc. And because of how Hydrant is formulated, it's an efficient way of getting yourself rehydrated, and it tastes awesome. There's a variety of flavors. I have blood orange, which I love. You can also get grapefruit and lime. A lot of us don't even realize when we're dehydrated a lot of the time, and it's become a really great part of my daily routine. If I'm underhydrated, I'm affected physically, I'm affected mentally, and I think you never fully understand this until you use Hydrant for the first time. I get a great boost of energy when I'm properly hydrated, if I've been dehydrated. They also have a version with caffeine, which I love, if and when that's what I'm looking for. Everyone in my audience gets 25% off your first order when you go to drinkhydrant.com/Pakman, or just enter the code Pakman at checkout. I've put the link right underneath this video.